Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got an interesting show for you. Yep, the Vols are absolutely loading up at wide receiver, and we will be wide receiver U again very, very soon. I think that's pretty obvious. When you stack this up, it's getting scary for the other teams in the SEC that have to face the Vols, because not only do we have the five-star Nico, who's going to be obviously starting next year, but look what he's going to be working with. It's kind of ridiculous. And, of course, this year, Joe Milton's going to have a plethora, I think that's the right word to use, of options. I mean, just tons of options. But you sit here and look at this picture. We've already got committed Mike Matthews, one of the biggest five stars in the country. Braylon Staley, who's a top 100 wide receiver, four-star. We got Amari Jefferson's going to commit August 5th. He's an in-state four-star wide receiver, and he's got the moves like Jagger. That guy can flat run after the catch. And then Ryan Wingo's in right now for the next 2 days, five-star, big-time recruit. And, of course, we're already kind of loaded for bear for this year. You start out with Squirrel White, who is an absolute matchup nightmare for any team. Brew McCoy, who's a beast. I mean, when he catches that ball, he's going to take you down. Those little defensive backs, they're in for some punishment. Then we've got Dante Thornton, 6'5", runs like the wind, top 50 recruit, transferred in from Oregon. Everybody's talking about that dude. And one guy, we hadn't talked a lot about, what should, is Cam Seldon. 4'3", 40, 220 pounds, just crazy fast and strong. I think he's another problem for every team in the SEC that faces us. Then we've got a top 100 wide receiver in Nathan Leacock, who's a freshman. Ramel Keaton, who is the most steady wide receiver in the SEC. A couple of tight ends in Ethan Davis. If we can keep that guy healthy, he's going to be outstanding. And, of course, we've got committed Jonathan Eccles, who's a big-time four-star tight end as well. And we're going to take a look at some highlights of Amari Jefferson. Again, he's going to commit August 5th, and it's between us and Alabama.
Alabama!
And you're going to say, oh, well, he's like number 200 in the country. Why are we so high on him? Well, first of all, he's in state. Secondly, when you watch him after the catch, you'll understand why Nick Saban wants him badly. Now watch him right up here. Then watch this move. Zoop. All right, that's almost comical what he just did to those two guys right there. So he made three guys miss and two ran into each other. Now watch him again here. See, they're just trying to get the ball in his hands. Zoop. There's his speed. And no, you won't be catching me. So you can see he's very electric. And it's tough when you play in the state of Tennessee to get a true ranking because sometimes the talent that you're up against isn't enough to really show it. But watch this speed again. He has two speeds. That's why you want this dude. All right, now watch. I think this is the one where he really makes them look like fools. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And now turn on the Jets. Here they're on the Jets, and goodbye. It's Banny and the Jets. Now he's just playing with them. All right, we'll watch one more on him. And then look at that guy, held him the whole time. He still scored. And here we're going to watch Ryan Wingo. Now this obviously is a punt return. And again, moves like Jagger. And then he turns on the speed. And that's what you do with your best athletes. Just whatever you got to do to get the ball in their hand, whether it's punt return, kick return, wide receiver, running back, they're going to figure out a way to make sure you touch the ball on a regular basis. Now let's watch him as a receiver. Looks like they've got him. No, he's gone. And that's where he's got the extra speed. And you'll notice that Heupel is really recruiting speed.
Speed's what we need. We need greasy, fast speed.
For obvious reasons. Now, once again, he's going to make the athletic play. Nope, you won't be getting me. Now he just runs right by that guy. This guy's got the angle. Surely he's going to get him. Nope. So once again, and it's pretty obvious why he's a five-star. I'm going to tell you what, with the recruiting we've got going on, especially at wide receiver and quarterback, which are just incredibly important positions. It's going to get ugly. You can just see it. You can feel it, that the Vols are going to be so dynamic. I mean, last year they had the number 1 offense in the country. So, I mean, it's hard to do much better than that. This team's going to be better than that. It just is. The next 5 to 10 years are looking so good for our football team with this offensive scheme, with the talent we've got coming in, and with a coach that, look, he's a QB whisperer and everybody knows it. All these kids in high school know it. All their parents know it. And you're going to have a handful of coaches that get the best quarterbacks, best wide receivers. That's going to be Josh Heupel. That's going to be Ohio State. Unfortunately, Lane Kiffin. And Kiffin doesn't work hard on the recruiting trail. You saw him the other day at the SEC Media Days. That guy looked like he'd been off on an island somewhere for 2 weeks. He had a big tan. His hair was all messed up. He's not a big-time recruiter. If you've seen their recruiting class, it stinks. He's got 17 3-stars and like 3 4-stars. He's not working hard. He's Mr. Transfer Portal. He wants the finished product. And he doesn't want to go do all the hard work that you've got to with recruiting. It's a grind. That's the one thing I will say about Billy Napier. Napier will grind it out on the recruiting trail. I don't know why he can't get a quarterback, but he can't seem to get one. Maybe they'll end up getting this DJ Lagway next year. But he'll put in the hard work. Lane won't. But anyway, there's just a handful of guys that are going to get the best quarterbacks and the best wide receivers, and we happen to be one of them. And it's only going to get uglier. So it's an exciting time. It really is. And I feel very confident calling the Vols wide receiver U because it's only a matter of time, folks. It really is. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's me know to continue to cover the Vols and all the goings-ons and all the recruiting and all that good stuff. If you've not subscribed, it's on your right, my left. Just hit that little button. I'd appreciate it. And right over here's the most recent video. Be sure to check that one out. And we will see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.